welcome back to 44's channel. If this is the first time you've been here, welcome. My name is Jess. I'm a life coach and I make videos on topics within personal development. So currently I'm busy with a series called Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is a book written by Napoleon Hill, and it includes 14 different principles of success. So Napoleon Hill studied 500 different successful men and then came up with a list of things that these people had in common, and then wrote up 14 principles, and that's what this book is. So I have got a playlist on my channel if you'd like to see the others. I've done 4 already, and this would be the 5th principle. It's chapter 6 and it's imagination. So imagination is something that's really important to have, especially if you want to be successful and move the world forward, because in order to move the world from one place to another place, you need imagination, and you need to imagine what that new world is going to look like. So example, with the Wright brothers, they were the ones who created the first aeroplane. They had to imagine a world with a car type of thing that could fly. And before that, that didn't exist. So it was created in their mind first. They imagined it in their mind, and then they worked to bring that into life, and now it is part of our physical reality. And we can see that with every single thing that's around us today. I mean, one day in the past, the thing just fell down. But in the past, books didn't exist. This book once didn't exist. It was just imagination, but I'm saying the actual physical book didn't always exist. Somebody had to imagine that long ago. But it's interesting because it's like every single thing around us was once created from our imagination. Well, not our imagination, but other humans' imagination. So in a lot of my videos and in Think and Grow Rich itself, I've talked about, and they've talked about, how thoughts become things. So the things that you're focusing on in your mind is what you're going to, or what you have the potential to bring about into reality. So thought energy can turn into physical energy with action and with plans. So that's why imagination is important, because how can you create something new or different if you're not going to imagine it first? Just something that I always find so funny is that just like the fact that people have limitations. I mean, I know I also have limitations, but it's funny to me because we're like, oh, that can't exist, that's impossible, that's impossible. But when you look at the present world, our world looks surely so impossible from someone who lived 1,000 years ago. I mean, now we've got little devices that can send messages across the other side of the world in literally instantaneously. It's so crazy that you can record time, you can take pictures, you can video yourself, you can put those weird filters in front, and just there's so many things. Like, technology seems impossible in my eyes. It's just so crazy and so whoa. And so that's the thing, is sometimes people come with limitations and they say that's impossible, that's like impossible, I can't get that dream. Or they have a dream or a thing of the world, and they got like an idea of what the world should look like, and then they abandon it because they don't see how it can happen. But the fact that we have everything that we have today shows that there's some sort of intelligence involved that can really bring this stuff about. So if you do have a dream or a type of thing where an idea of what you would like the future to look like, I really encourage you not to abandon that just because you don't know how it's going to happen. Because that can be the new world, and there's always just so much change anyway. The world's always changing, so that the way that you're currently viewing the world and how reality is now isn't always going to be that case. So Napoleon Hill speaks about this thing called infinite intelligence, and how I interpret this is just the source of energy that people can tap into to create things. So like in my personal experience and how I view it is that when I create things, I feel like it's in a sense external inspiration, but not from other people necessarily. It's like I'm tapping into an energy. So sometimes, well, yeah, like when I create things, sometimes I feel like I don't own that idea. The idea belonged to a source. So I believe there's a source of energy and inspiration. And you can believe this, you can't, maybe you don't believe this. I'm saying like I've personally, that's how I experience imagination and creating things. It's like the idea already exists. It's like already there in thought energy, and humans just have to discover that thought and do something with it. And that's why if you don't play out the idea, so say that you've like tapped into this unconsciously, you don't realize that you've tapped into the source energy, and you get an idea to do something. If you don't play out this idea, somebody else is going to do it for you. So that actually happened to me a few months ago. I really wanted to make a video on purpose from a particular angle. The angle was actually, because I know like the world can be like, find your purpose, and I wanted to make a video saying I've just like stopped trying to find my purpose because it just creates more stress and confusion. But that's another video topic. Anyway, like I really wanted to make this video, but now like my ideas are different. So anyway, like I really wanted to make this video on purpose, and then I didn't end up making it. And then literally about 2 months later, well, I don't know, 3 weeks later, I don't know how long it was, somebody else came up with this video, and it was like the exact same title I would have used. And then I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should have made that video because she made the video. And then it was like, I don't know, like if that idea was in that pot of thought energy and I didn't use it, so she's like, okay, cool, like I'll use it. So it's almost like how I see this, it is like a pot of thought energy. It's like a pot of resources. And if everyone has access to this energy, and if you don't use it, somebody else is just going to use it. I mean, there's tons of people out there. So basically, if the first cell phone hadn't been created, somebody else would have created it. But that's personally how I see it. And like when I create, it doesn't feel like I own that stuff. It feels like somebody else, not somebody else owns it, but it feels like it doesn't belong to me. It's source energy. For an example, when I've written in the past, it doesn't feel like I'm creating the characters. It feels like I'm discovering the characters. So if I've written a fictional book or something like that, or just like written stories, it's always how I've experienced it has been the characters already exist. So they're in this pot of energy and thoughts and stuff. They already exist. All the stories exist in there, but I'm just figuring that stuff out. So yeah. But I don't know if everyone experiences it like that. I do know some people who do also experience it the way I do, where it's like it already exists and you're just carving it out. You're just bringing it to life. And there's actually this really incredible quote by this person called, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Ramana Maharshi. I love this quote so much. It says, "The present difficulty is that man thinks he is the doer, but it is a mistake. It is the higher power which does everything, and man is only a tool." So that's what I see, like the source of energy would be the higher power, to put it that way. It's like something that's greater than us in intelligence or something like that. And that's the thing with the agenda, and it's just using humans to bring that thought stuff to life. So you know, like a man would use a tool in order to do something. So I say that this infinite source energy is using humans to bring it to life. Yeah, I've always like really liked that quote. I think I personally resonate with it a lot. So just to summarize this video, imagination is so important because it can allow you to think of a different world, to adapt, to change, just to grow. And everything stems from the mind. Every little thought has the potential to become reality. And everything that does exist in the world once stemmed from imagination. So like I was saying with the books, now we see books all the time. That's just something that's normal. But once books didn't exist, somebody had to imagine that, and then that's what happened. And like with phones and technology, that once didn't exist, and somebody had to imagine it and create it, and that's why we have it today. And even today, there's tons of people who are imagining things and creating a new world. Like, it's funny, if you went into the imagination of every single person and we only focused on the imagination, we would probably be so far advanced already, because so many people have like these cool ideas of a new world. And it's great that those things really do have the potential to happen. Yeah, and then just something to remember as well is that with imagination and with an idea, you need a plan, and then you need to have action to bring it about into reality. And sometimes with the law of attraction and all of that, like, it's funny, all this law of attraction, it really, my 12 laws of the universe playlist is pretty much the same as Think and Grow Rich, just from a different lens or with different terminology. But with the law of attraction, people think that they can just sit and do nothing and manifest it. And then they're like, why is it not happening? Why is it not happening? And it's because you're not putting action in. You know, that's the thing, is that, and what's great though is that with the source energy is that you can get an idea from that, and if the source energy really wants you to bring something to life, they will help give you the opportunities in order to do that. So they'll make the opportunities easier for you to find, but then it's up to you to actually take those opportunities and do things. So there's this thing called inspired action and uninspired action. So uninspired action is action that you're just obligated to do. Like, I'm obligated to wash the dishes. That type of thing. Or like, oh, I'm obligated to go to work every day and do this horrible job. But inspired action is action that's, it's like a gut feeling, and it just comes out of nowhere. It's unexpected. So say you are one day just doing your work, and then suddenly you have this idea, oh, I should really phone my friend from 20 years ago when I was at school with them. So it's super random. And what often happens is that you ignore that thought, but you should have phoned your friend. Even though it's crazy, it doesn't make sense, you should have phoned their friend, because that conversation could have led to the thing that would help you achieve what you're supposed to achieve. And I feel like it's a lot easier to do the inspired action than the uninspired action, because it's not as difficult. So yeah, that's the great thing, is that you need to take action, and inspired action, if you want to turn your thoughts into reality, because things can't just materialize without some sort of action. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any thoughts you'd like to share, please feel free to put them in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit like. And then if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and see more of my videos, hit subscribe down below, and then you'll see a little bell next to it. And then you'll see my videos in your feed, and then if you hit that bell every time I post a video, you'll actually get a notification. And then please share this with anyone you feel would benefit from this. And then also, if you'd like, as I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to see the other playlist, well, not the other playlist, if you'd like to see the Think and Grow Rich playlist, there's a playlist on my channel. So just go to my channel, then press playlist, and you'll see the 12 laws of the universe, which is also a really cool series, and it's very similar to Think and Grow Rich, as I said, just from a different lens. And then you'll see the Think and Grow Rich one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a spectacular day, if it is day, or a spectacular night. Bye guys, I'll see you next week with a new video.